from a young age, it was hockey, really, for me. So it was practice hockey, play, and watch. And, you know, it sort of was a lifestyle for a while. Hockey is arguably the biggest sport in Canada. And so it was a life, really, you know, waking up at early mornings, getting dressed up in your hockey gear before you get to the rink, you know, my dad helping me out, getting to the rink and then having to get your laces tightened. In Canada, we had a league called the Timbits, and you played basically since you could stand. And I played that from, I don't know, 3, maybe 4 until I was 11, 12. I was playing at if you were to put averages out there, it was like 2 goals a game for me. I was originally a defenseman, and one game one of our offensemen actually got injured and he couldn't play, and they put me on left wing, and I scored 5 goals that game. There was a game and hitting was just introduced, and I was taller than everybody, especially in skates, and I would hit high, which is obviously a penalty for me, but people would hit me low, and not in the hip, not in the side, but my knees. And a person can only take so many hits into the knee before the legs give out. And so there was one game I got hit really hard and just got flattened in my knees, my left one really hurt afterwards. And I think after the game I came up to my parents and I was like, I might have to do basketball. I can use my size in basketball. It was very hard to make that decision, for sure. It was, like you said, it was my first love, my favorite sport. Even today I love it. I definitely do. But it was keep my legs and play basketball, where my height will be huge, you know, or play hockey a couple more years and risk serious injury. I've always liked more physical sports, personally. So basketball is basically a complete physical sport. You know, especially in my position, I'm going against guys that are extremely big. So the connection between basketball and hockey is maybe one's skating around and shooting pucks at a net, and the other one's running around and shooting a ball at a net. You know, there's similarities with that, and then there's also similarities with the physicality that is required to play the sport. All of high school is really when I realized that I can actually be good at this sport if I continued with it. We had just beat a team from, I think, Milwaukee, and I get a call after the game, and it was Coach Witt, and he called me. He was like, "Hey, we want to offer you a scholarship to Ball State University." I was caught off guard. I just came out of nowhere. I was like, "Thank you, really."
Good pass to Hendriks, who sends it down. Pick and roll with Croft, freshman to freshman.
You know, I fell in love with him as a player. First time I saw him play, I'll never forget, was in Milwaukee. He was coming off an injury. Didn't play in the first half of the game, and as soon as he got out there, his length and his bounciness, his ability to catch, great hands. From that point on, I made it a huge priority for our staff, but especially me, to recruit him. And then I would say I just had a really good personal connection with him and his family. It kind of felt like a good natural fit pretty early in the process.
At the time, it was, I called my coaches and they were like, "Yeah, you deserve it, really." And Coach Witt's a good person and all this, and so just talking with them afterwards, it's like, this is definitely a really good school for sure. I'm 100% positive we can win the MAC, we can win MAC, and I'm pretty sure we can go into the tournament. We have pieces everywhere. And we're an extremely close team. You'll see very high-level teams that have a lot of skill but no bond. And I believe our team is very, very skilled and very close with one another. So I believe that we are very good, and we will continue to grow as a team and as individuals as well.